today we are heading to the island of history. Our destination, the Piazza Cittadella. The heart of the old Visconti fortress, which today houses a treasure trove of human history, the Archaeological and Natural Science Museum. Before there were kings or walls, there were giants. Stepping into the Enrico Caffi Museum, we are greeted by a massive remains of Mammutus primigenius. Found right here in the Lombardy region, these fossils tell a story of an era when this valley was covered in ice and ruled by megafauna. As we move through the halls, we come face to face with the museum's incredible taxidermy collection. These aren't just displays, they are silent guardians of the natural world. From majestic birds of prey to powerful mountain mammals, each animal has been preserved with stunning realism to show us the beauty of life in the wild. You can see the texture of the fur and the shine in their eyes as if they were still roaming the Italian Alps today. It's a rare chance to get up close to creatures we usually only see from a distance, reminding us of the incredible biodiversity that we must work to protect. The details in these fossils is absolutely breathtaking. Stepping into the marine gallery, we leave the dry land behind. Even here, miles from the coast, the museum preserves the incredible beauty of the sea. Look at the geometry of these sea stars and the intricate branches of the white corals. Each specimen tells a story of survival in the deep. From the massive tusks to the skeletal remains of ancient deer and other prehistoric mammals, these galleries show us a wild frozen Italy that existed long before the first stone of the city was ever laid. Nature's art isn't just found in the forests, it's hidden deep underground. These are the flowers of the mind, extraordinary mineral formations found in the caves and mountains surrounding Bergamo. Though they look as delicate as white blossom or sea coral, these are solid stone, formed over thousands of years by the slow dip of mineral-rich water. Crystals like aragonite and calcite grow into these breathtaking geometric shapes. From the sparkling interiors of hidden geodes to the icy white branches of the cave flowers, these treasures remind us that the earth hides its most beautiful masterpieces in the dark. We can see displays of shells and giant oysters, forever frozen in solid stone. It's a silent reminder that millions of years ago, these Lombardy peaks were deep beneath a prehistoric sea. into the world of the small, we find the museum's spectacular entomology collection. These displays house dozens of insects from every corner of the globe, showcased in a kaleidoscope of natural colors. Many of these specimens are rare or come from exotic ecosystems preserved here to show us the intricate pattern and engineering of nature. Whether it's the perfect camouflage of a leaf insect or the brilliant warnings of a moth wings, these tiny creatures remind us that even the smallest life form plays a massive role in our planet's story. Nature's palette is on display in the Butterfly Gallery. Here we see the incredible transformation from a humble pupa into a masterpiece of the sky. These wings of the morpho butterflies aren't just colored, they are covered in microscopic velvet scales that reflect light into the most brilliant blues imaginable. From the giant wingspans of tropical moths to the clever eye pattern designed to trick predators, these displays show us that beauty in nature is often a brilliant tool for survival. This isn't just a collection of nature, it is a personal archive of a legendary explorer from Bergamo, Giacomo Costantino Beltrami. In the early 9th century, Beltrami set out on an extraordinary journey to the heart of North America, seeking the source of Mississippi River. In 1823, Beltrami couldn't rely on GPS or modern maps. He relied on this. This is his personal travel kit, a collection of brass instruments, leather-bound journals, and a portable desk where he wrote his famous letters. Every measurement he took and every sketch he made was done with these very tools. Among the most precious items in Beltrami's collection are the artifacts of the Native American tribes he encountered during his search for the Mississippi. These aren't just souvenirs, they are sacred symbols of identity. From the intricately carved pipes to the ceremonial objects decorated with tribal symbols, these items represent the totemic spirit of the Great Plains. Beltrami respected these cultures deeply, and by bringing these pieces back to Bergamo, he preserved a snapshot of indigenous life from a time when the American West was still a vast sovereign frontier. They stand today as a bridge between the mountains of Italy and the spiritual heart of North America. This is the birth of modern science through the instruments of the great thinkers, from the precisions of optic and the study of light to the powerful forces of mechanic and pneumatics. These brass and glass inventions turn theories into reality. We see the birth of thermodynamics, where man first learned to harness heat and energy, and the maps of geography that finally put the world in perspective. These weren't just objects, they were the keys to the universe, providing that with the right tools, there is no limit to what the human mind can discover. From the earliest flint tools to the refined pottery of the Bronze Age, we see the people of the Orobal Alps transitioning from hunters to master craftsmen. the Roman Empire faded, the Lombards rose. This is where the collection truly shined, literally. We see rare gold crosses that were sewn in the burial shroud of warriors and nobility. This Lombard gold represented the dawn of the Middle Ages in Italy. Alongside iron weaponry and medieval stonework, these artifacts lead us to the construction of the very citadel we are standing in today. By the time the Romans arrived, Bergamo or Bergomum was a wealthy hub. The museum showcases the sheer luxury of Roman life, delicate glass vessels that survived 2 millennia, and intricate mosaics floor that once adorned private villas. As we move into the Archaeological Museum, we find the first signs of local human ambition. These are the monolithic stelae of the Copper Age. Looking closely at the carvings, we see daggers, sun symbols, and animals. These stones were the billboards of prehistory, marking territory or honoring ancestors. We also see the Lex de Flamonio, a massive stone tablet inscribed with Roman law, proving that even back then Bergamo was a city of order, trade, and sophisticated culture. a surprise to many, but the heart of Bergamo holds a secret from the Nile. We are looking at a collection of Anken Hosu, a priest of Amun from ancient Thebes. This stunningly preserved sarcophagus and its resident mummy date back over 2,500 years. Surrounded by ushabti, small guardian figures meant to serve in the afterlife, this collection arrived in Bergamo in the 9th century, bridging the gap between the Mediterranean two greatest ancient civilizations. We end our journey by stepping back outside under the shadow of the Lion of St. Mark. These are the Venetian walls, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Walking across the white marble bridge of Porto San Giacomo, the panoramic view of the lower city reminds us of the long road we've traveled. If you enjoyed this half-minute journey to the citadel, hit that like button and join us for our next adventure. Until then, keep exploring.